What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Let's Talk. Thank you all for the support in the last two videos. It's great to see the growth and the appreciation for the content that we're working on here. Today, I have a really cool guest with me, none other than Daniel Flores. How you doing, my man?
Hey, God bless you, man. Everything's good.
For those that don't know you that well, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Daniel Flores. I'm from Ecuador. I came to this country. I came here when I was like 10 years old. It's been 11 years, and I am currently living in Tifton, Georgia. I just moved here, so it's been great.
Nice.
Thank God, serving the Lord, and that was the plan from the beginning. So thank God for that.
That's great, man. Do you have vivid memories of Ecuador? Was it a hard transition from South America to a brand new country?
Oh yeah, for sure. Don't even remind me, man. It was tough. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
It was pretty tough. The whole language barrier and it's just complicated. But thank God, it's been 11 years now, and I love this country.
As you mentioned, recently moved to Georgia. Reasons because your father became a minister, meaning that you guys had to leave Tampa. Was that move difficult for you? How hard has it been to change? Because I believe Tifton is a small town, at least compared to Tampa.
Oh, yeah.
So like what are the biggest differences like that you've noticed with that move, and was it hard?
Oh yeah, man. I guess tough or hard is an understatement because thank God, man, we've been fine. Nothing. We haven't lacked anything that we need. But leaving people behind that you care for, it's always tough. And the church that I grew up, it was a big change. To come from established city, established church, established job,
Yep.
Everything. To come to a place that people are all over the place. There was a mess before we got here, and to find that situation it's always tough. It really took some moments with God, in the presence of God, to just understand really the purpose, and I guess we haven't seen the fruits of it yet, but we're just waiting on it. And now I feel much better because I'm not gonna lie to you, at first it was a tough change.
Yeah, man.
You go into a small city, and there's about 16,000 people here, rough estimate from the last census.
Wow.
And so having no friends, having there's not even a mall here. It's a mall, but it's just like two stores. But it's been great. It's been great because you get to know a different side of yourself. Develop different skills and different things here.
That's true.
And I guess everything else will come with time. And thank God, man, I found a job here in Chick-fil-A, actually.
Hey,
and
they don't have a mall, but they have Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, they have a Chick-fil-A here. That can never fail, man. But people there have been really nice, and I guess just God puts the people in your way. He knows how to make you comfortable in a situation. So I'm really thankful for that. And yeah, man, I have my little Chick-fil-A. My little Chick-fil-A mask.
The cow mask. Nice.
Yeah, someone gave it to me.
There you go, man. Okay. Official Chick-fil-A worker. The whole thing about small town America, there's something magical about it almost. I had the privilege a couple of years ago to go to a small town in Colorado. And similar to what you mentioned, their highlight of that town was like a super Walmart. And like to them, that was the spot. So you would go there just to walk around. And it's true. I walked in there, a lot of young people just walking around the super Walmart. That's like their amusement park. But something that you mentioned that I liked is like it forces you to kind of explore yourself a little bit more. And in a way you have done that has been through the art of film. And you have a channel, Daniel Flores. And in this channel, you have a couple of videos where you kind of go into some themes, some deep themes as well. One of them I like is I am not good enough.
Have you ever wanted to do something different and then think to yourself, I am not good enough? Well, if that's you, you're not alone.
I believe it's a very open, honest, a raw video, kind of almost as if you're talking to yourself, as to sometimes struggles, being shy and being afraid, thinking that the stuff you do isn't good enough. What was the inspiration behind that video and the direction that you took with it?
Well, it's been for it's been a struggle for years now. And I wanted to make a something that original, something that came from me, from my heart. So it's been procrastination. It's been the lack of gear, the lack of something. There was always an excuse there. When I came here, like I said, I was alone. I don't care if I don't have the microphones or the cameras, or I don't care if I don't have the lens or I can't speak well because English is not my first language. But I just decided to do that video because it always starts with kind of in the notes app. That's where I have all my breakthrough moments. And I
Yeah.
was writing, I write some scripts and I write some stuff. And I was like, okay, this is the one. I'm just gonna make it, whatever comes of it. I don't care. I don't care about the quality. I don't care. I care about the message, but I don't care
Yeah.
about the technical side of things. I don't care if I don't speak very well. I'm just gonna make it. And thank God, I received a couple messages from people that really were touched by it and inspired. Like after that, you understand the purpose. You understand that God was moving you to do something, to move someone, a
Yeah,
couple thousand miles away.
it's true.
So after that, then you understand the purpose and you want to keep making more.
You did mention how the message of the video mattered most to you. What was your goal for that message for those that struggled with what you struggled through? What was the purpose of the message?
The message was saying that I am not good enough isn't an excuse anymore. So that was the message. It was more like a personal, like a note to myself,
Yeah,
as many of my videos are. It's just like a thing proving to myself that I can actually make a video. And it doesn't sound like the biggest deal ever, but when like inside of my mind, it's like a constant like battle. It's do the video, but I'm not good enough. So that was just like a moment of that side of me just winning and say, oh, I made it.
But just remember that God put you there for a reason, and no one else can tell that story.
another one that I really enjoyed. Welcome to your 20s.
Sometimes at the most unexpected moments in life, a little spark appears.
Definitely
Well,
another a short coming of age little message there, but also that goes into the concept of art and how you wanting art to be something that can impact someone else. In your eyes, why is the world of art, especially in film, why do you think the art of film is important in God's eyes and in the work that you do?
hey man, that's probably one of my most, or the most like personal video I've made so far, because it's basically me looking back at my years and the good times and the bad times and the experiences. Just me looking back and writing a note to my younger self of saying, because I remember when I was like 10 years old, I got here. There was a new country, new culture, and just not knowing what was going to happen. So that's basically me looking back in the years and telling my younger self, everything you do, it's going to have a message. You'll never
Yeah,
see what's really inside of someone's mind or heart than by looking at the art, whatever it is, a song, a painting, writing, any expression of art. It's like a little window to what's inside someone's mind. So it was really a personal video of me because, like I said, coming here it hasn't been easy, and I've had some bad experiences. Recently with everything that changes. So that was me saying that at the end of the day, art is it's like putting on glasses and seeing
yeah,
who is who. I like those moments of if I could go back in time and telling like a 10-year-old me,
right.
or you're gonna be like this, to 10 years from now. It's kind of special, so I like it.
You definitely go for a retro look, film type look, using classical music tracks and stuff like that. What's your inspiration behind all that stuff? Why do you use that in your videos?
I'm not sure. I guess the things that you consume, the things that you watch. I've always liked the really like raw, vintage side of things as I portray in my photography. I've always liked the vintage, like 1920s, or I guess when film photography and all that stuff. Even though I have a camera, but I don't take, I don't produce film photography, but I try to recreate it. It's just really how I feel, I guess. That's my expression of art. It's just taking vintage style and making it my own. I spent so much uh, thinking of music for a video. I spent days and hours just finding music, and I know it would be easier with a subscription of some kind, but those are expensive. And I discovered that really all songs, they're not really licensed. That some are in the public domain. I found that those really match well with my style and what I want to, the message that I want to send.
Obviously, your father, minister now in a small town. You working with him there, how has that been? Are you guys are doing streams, right? Or have you guys been congregating?
Yeah, we were doing streams since March. I remember we got to do just one service in the new temple.
Wow,
just one. And then the next week everything was canceled. Everything was, everybody, the quarantine started. It's been a blessing, like I said, people here are all over the place. There was a huge divide in the church. So some are coming, some are not, but we're not getting desperate. We're just trusting God and doing whatever we can, calling, visiting.
Amen.
And then being there for them. And that's all we can do for now.
I mean, honestly, based on what I've seen, you guys are definitely making the best out of it. You guys go fishing, you guys go on car rides, get them drone shots. It looks really beautiful over there for sure.
It is. It is
man.
Beautiful. And the things that we were not prepared for the country life, we were not, we clearly don't have the skills for it. And there's a family here that, thank God, that they've been here. They have two boys, older boys, like kind of my age. So they make fun of me all the time, and because I can't fish. I don't know how to do it, but I've been practicing, ever since that. I go, there's a lake right across the street from my house.
Nice.
The owners of the house, they own like this whole place. They just own because there's like plantations like around.
Yeah.
So we asked them, and they said, okay, yeah, there's a pond actually, it's not a lake. There's a pond, and then we go there, and I try to make the most out of it and just sharpen my fishing skills, because I don't want to get made fun of.
Now to conclude this interview, man, as far as your videos, your content, where can people see it?
Instagram, and my YouTube channel is Daniel Flores. There's probably going to be some link in the Instagram.
For sure. Yeah.
And yeah, man, come say hi.
Thank you very much for being on the show, for talking to us, being open with the content that you do, videos. And honestly, it's been a great pleasure, Brent. Any final words?
It's been my pleasure. As a good Chick-fil-A worker, it's my pleasure.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with next, and hopefully everyone else can get on board and watch it as well.
But thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
For sure, bro. Thank you guys for watching, and this has been Let's Talk.